Welcome back to the second hour of tonight's RWL Sn Rl in Tokyo, Japan. Hangman takes Lynch along with Wally and GB for the second hour. Well, that first hour was a blowout, but this next one's going to be great. Two ladies tag matches. The Future Endeavor facing Kanari Doku. Hulk Hogan facing Bruiser Brody. Asuka and Io Sky facing Dione and Yuri Yamashita. And of course, the ninth wonder of the world, China, and Brenda Blair battling it out for the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship. It is a terrific lineup. Stick around. It is going to be absolutely insane. Well, let's get things right on the gate right away with our first ladies tag team matchup. And so tonight we get it moving with the Future Endeavor. The two New Zealanders, Dakota Kai and Blair Davenport, locking it up with Emi Mizuno and Tia Suzuki. Kanari Doku, Pretty Poison of the Ferentino group. Happy birthday, Wally.
As we continue this next ladies tag team contest, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of Dakota Kai and Blair Davenport, the Future Endeavor. Again, we welcome back Dakota and Blair Davenport. And again, no Carmella or Gigi Dolan in evidence anyplace.
Nope.
So I guess Blair and Dakota wanted all the glory for themselves.
That about fits the profile for the Future Endeavor. But MJ Ferrantino has high hopes and big plans for the Japanese tag team Vixens. And yeah, it's been a great birthday, you guys.
I bet it has.
And their opponents, accompanied by Matthew James Ferrantino from Tokyo and Kobe, Japan, Emi Mizuno and Tia Suzuki, Kanari Doku, Pretty Poison.
All right, I think I'm going to take it from here and let Mr. Cardell, the birthday boy, enjoy the show. Emi Mizuno and Tia Suzuki making their way down to the ring. Kanari Doku, the exclusive clients of Mr. Matthew James Ferrantino, him and his baseball team-size roster. I understand he's going to be making some changes here and there, but he's not signing anybody else. And well, I guess as long as the Guns Brothers pay him $5,000 for every match, he'll be doing that. Anyway, Kanari Doku, Emi Mizuno and Tia Suzuki ready to face Dakota Kai and Blair Davenport, the Future Endeavor. Yep, there goes Wally. That's Wally's favorite part right there. The Future Endeavor set to lock it up with Pretty Poison for the first time, and they've got the home field advantage. They started here in Japan 5-star before coming to RWL, and the fans are giving them a warm welcome. All right, a vest there, me hearties, going to be Dakota Kai and Tia Suzuki. Starting off this ladies tag, starting off the second half of tonight's Sn Rl. Oh, it's going to be great. Walt Rothburn rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. Dakota with a right spins Tia around. Has her up. Tia counters, shifts her weight. There's a kick to the back of Dakota Kai. A right across the back of the head. Tia Suzuki with a hard forearm shivers out Dakota Kai. Dakota flipped over again. Wicked leg snap. And Tia Suzuki off the middle rope moonsault. And Dakota Kai not faring too good in the first 30 seconds here. Whipped into the Kanari Doku corner. Here comes Emi Mizuno. And up and over into a back body drop goes Dakota Kai. Emi Mizuno rounds her up. This a bit of a modified octopus hold here. But Dakota Kai counters it into a drop toe hold. Mizuno taken down. There's a couple of hard rights from Dakota Kai. Forearm. There's a kick, another kick, a third kick. Wicked setup. What a combination of shots from Dakota Kai. Emi Mizuno counters with elbows to the midsection. Rebounds off the ropes. Beautiful. Kind of missed the elbow. Oh, just by about half a foot. A kick to the back from Dakota Kai, who steps out and turns it over to Blair Davenport. The two New Zealanders presently in control here. An overhand right and a wicked spin kick from Davenport. Here's a quick cover. Here's the ref. One. But just about a one. Emmy Mizuno kicking out pretty quick. It's still early days yet in this matchup. Blair Davenport with a chop across the chest. The leg break. Oh, man. Oh, damn, that's painful. Blair Davenport now playing around here. Gets a hold on Mizuno. Whips her to the ropes. Back body drop for Emmy Mizuno. Another pin for Blair Davenport here. 1, 2. Just the one. But Blair Davenport determined to get a pin. Here comes Tia Suzuki on the tag. Suzuki goes behind on Davenport. Beautiful suplex. And it dropped her on her head. Wicked set of wrist clutch kicks to the ribs. And a forearm to Blair Davenport. Davenport rolls to the outside. Suzuki over the top rope. Beautiful. Rob Van Dam would be proud. Man, Tia Suzuki showing out here. A stomp to the midsection. And another. A kick to the gut. Blair Davenport rounded up by Tia Suzuki. Pitched into the barricades. Suzuki makes her way back inside. Blair Davenport not quite making the barricade, but still not up yet. The referee still counting her. Suzuki goes after Dakota Kai. Tags her with a shot. Tags her with another one. Joins Dakota Kai on the apron. Slams her into the lip of it. And took down Blair Davenport too. Tia Suzuki taking out both members of the Future Endeavor all by her lonesome. Not bad. Well, that one didn't work out. Sometimes the high-risk maneuver don't pay off, and that was one of those times. Blair Davenport catching a face full of ring. Tia Suzuki with a beautiful dropkick. A good series of barefoot stomps to the face and head from Tia Suzuki. Walk-off burn continues to count. Blair Davenport drives Suzuki into the ring steps. Well, this one got out of control pretty quick. Blair Davenport with a hold on Tia Suzuki. Finally gets her back inside the ring. Suzuki back up. Locks it up. Whip Davenport to the ropes. Duck under from Tia. A leapfrog. Wicked spin kick from Tia Suzuki. A cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Not quite. Blair Davenport getting that left shoulder up. A little bit of athleticism there from Tia Suzuki. As Dakota Kai comes in on the tag, delivers a kick, but Tia Suzuki gets a hold on her. There's a forearm from Davenport. A couple of wicked kicks. Up over the shoulders into the fireman's carry. And another spin kick takes Tia Suzuki down. And the rally went bad for her. Slam face first into the center of the logo. Dakota Kai turning this one around. Hot, quick, and in a hurry for the Future Endeavor. Here's a cover from Dakota Kai. Not even a one. Suzuki quickly back up. There's another kick and an axe kick to the back of the head and another kick to the side of the head from Dakota Kai. Emmy Mizuno comes in on the tag. Misses the drop kick on Dakota Kai, who beats it out of the ring. Blair Davenport taken down with the shoulder tackle. Mizuno right back there on Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai gets a hold on her. Mizuno whipped into the ref. There's a kick to the side of the head. Mizuno whipped into the ropes again. That was a nasty, nasty knee from Dakota Kai. Double axe handle. Takes Mizuno down before she can get back up again. Emmy Mizuno in some trouble here as the Future Endeavor starts turning it around. Dakota Kai going to work, putting together all kinds of shots here on Emmy Mizuno. Whip to the Future Endeavor's corner. A boot to the throat of Emmy Mizuno from Dakota Kai. And it went south for Inari Doku pretty quick. Man. Dakota Kai putting the boots to Emmy Mizuno here. And she struggles to get it. Damn. Emmy Mizuno catching a beating on the wrong side of the ring as Blair Davenport comes in. Mizuno rolls to the outside. Blair Davenport standing center. There's a kick. There's another. There's a third. Little snap mare from Mizuno to Blair Davenport, flip over neck whip. And Blair Davenport is down, brought back up again. There's a kick, there's a chop, there's a right from Blair Davenport. Davenport whips Mizuno into the Future Endeavor's corner. And another boot to the throat, this time from Blair Davenport. Haven't already caught one from Dakota Kai. Oh, look at this quick counter and taken down Blair Davenport. Dakota Kai catches a right from Emmy Mizuno. And she's about to catch another drop into the side of the ring. As Emmy Mizuno makes her way back in. Blair Davenport going after Tia Suzuki. Doesn't see Mizuno coming up behind her. There's a shot. A little double team right there from Kanari Doku. All the way up, slams face first into the canvas. Went Blair Davenport. A cover from Mizuno, a hook of the leg. 1, 2. That about did it. Kanari Doku picking up the win over the Future Endeavor by pinfall. Let's get the official time from... Oh, isn't that cute? Let's get the time from Buck Morton.
The time, 7 minutes and 32 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Kanari Doku.
There you go, Emmy Mizuno. Pretty happy with herself picking up the pinfall win over Blair Davenport. Yeah, Wally, they are something else. Kanari Doku, pretty poison. Picking up a pinfall win here over the Future Endeavor in our opening ladies tag match. Coming up, Legends Division action. The Immortal Hulk Hogan facing Bruiser Brody. That's going to be a great one. We'll be right back with that right after this.
As Snarl continues, Legends Division action on tap as the Immortal One, the Babe Ruth of pro wrestling, Hulk Hogan, gets set to face the equally legendary Bruiser Brody one-on-one. Buckle up, buckaroos. This one's gonna be crazed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following Legends Division contest set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Venice Beach, California, weighing 312 pounds, the Immortal Hulk Hogan. Would you just listen to that? The fans really letting Hulk Hogan hear that warm welcome. That each of enchant goes back a long way.
Back to when Hulkster was still fairly new, riding the wave of publicity from Rocky III, and Japan had never seen anything like Hulk Hogan at the time. And then, you fast forward a little to the first WrestleMania, the one that put our sport on the map for the mainstream to see. Sure, he's got some smudges, all kinds in fact, but love him or hate him, you can't deny his impact on the history of wrestling, and you can't cancel Hulk Hogan. Full stop.
Now this match with Brody, on paper, is awesome. Both opponents about equal in height and weight, with two diametrically opposing in-ring styles. I think Brody has the upper hand here before the bell even rings because of how he does business. You'll remember how he straight brutalized AJ Styles a few months ago. Add to the mix, Brody already has a low opinion of the Hulkster, so the heat between them is already baked in.
I don't know what Bruiser Brody may think of Hulk Hogan, but the fans here in Tokyo are really letting the Hulkster feel welcome here. Man, I haven't heard the Hulkster get a pop like this in a long time.
Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing 318 pounds, Bruiser Brody.
Now he knows good and damn well he's not allowed to use that thing. Bruiser Brody, many times former No Rules champion around here, one-time super heavyweight champion. And yeah, Bruiser Brody, definitely no joke. He took AJ Styles the hell on out of here so bad we ain't seen hiding her hair of AJ Styles since. And he does not care too much for Hulk Hogan, that is undeniable true. But oh man, Thank goodness this isn't a hardcore match or this would really get nasty. Standard rules matchup, so Brody's going to have to do whatever he's going to have to do without that damn chair. Still, Bruiser Brody's got it on his record. He beat the hell out of AJ Styles, and AJ Styles has never returned. Could the same fate be in store for the Hulkster? Let's see what happens as Walt Rothburn rings the bell. They come center ring. Brody locks it up with the Hulkster. Hulkster whips him to the far right corner. There's an elbow from Hulk Hogan, taking Brody down. There's a set of short kicks from the Hulkster to the midsection of Bruiser Brody. He rolls out towards center ring. Brody rounded up by the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan gets a hold on him, takes him right back to the corner, smashes his head into the turnbuckle again. Brody counters with an elbow, locks it up with Hulk Hogan. Hogan now lined up against the ropes by Brody. Brody rounds him up and pitches him right into the ropes. Man, Brody with a blatant choke right there in front of the referee. Bruiser Brody makes no apologies for anything he does in that ring. Hulk Hogan rolls to the outside. Brody up on the top turnbuckle, changes his mind on the high-risk maneuver. Delivers a set of shots to the Hulkster instead. There's a headbutt that sends Hulk Hogan flying. There's a stomp to the midsection from Bruiser Brody. Brody with a stomp to the shoulder of Hulk Hogan. And the Hulkster not faring too well as Bruiser Brody basically imposing his will on Hulk Hogan. Oh, man. At this right here, a knee right to the throat from Bruiser Brody. Hulk Hogan rolls out towards center. Brody rounds him up again. Gets a hold on him. Hogan counters with a knee to the midsection of Bruiser Brody. Brody being escorted back to the far right corner for like the third time. The Hulkster mounts the middle rope. Here's a mounted set of punches. And the crowd trying to help out here as Bruiser Brody might catch the whole set of 10. Nope. Brody shoves him down. Moves in, drop kick, takes Hulk Hogan down to the canvas. And just like that, things have turned around again. Hulk Hogan trying to mount some offense here, but Bruiser Brody just not allowing it. Look at this. A set of mounted headbutts from Bruiser Brody. And if it's not a hardcore match, he'll use whatever he's got to hand. The Hulkster rounded up in a front cradle, up over the shoulder he goes, hung up on the top rope, down goes Hulk Hogan. Bruiser Brody covers, hooks the leg, one, no good. Hulk Hogan pumping that right shoulder up pretty quick. The Hulkster counters with elbows to the midsection of Bruiser Brody. He charges, there's a shoulder tackle, takes Brody down to the canvas. The Hulkster slams Brody's face right into the oh man. Hulk Hogan fighting fire with fire. He knows Brody don't play, and Hulk Hogan's going to have to fight just as dirty as he does. Hulk Hogan bouncing Brody off the ropes with shots to the back. He goes behind, locks him up. Rear waist lock has him up for an atomic drop right on the tailbone. The Hulkster doing a little bit of showing out that Ichiban chant from the fans. Yes, sir. It's a different Hulk Hogan here in Japan. Bruiser Brody on the outside rounds up Hulk Hogan into a bear hug. Hulk Hogan retaliates, fighting his way out of the submission hold here. The referee counting. Luke does press a set of hard shots to the head of Bruiser Brody from the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan rounds Bruiser Brody back up. Brody resisting. Hogan trying to get him back in the ring, but Brody counters with elbows to the gut of Hulk Hogan. Oh, damn! Mandible claw on the outside, and he took Hogan down mighty quick. Huh. Okay. Bruiser Brody, look, damn. He laid in on that one. Hogan quickly back up, misses the running kick. Bruiser Brody rolls him back inside. The referee still counting Brody. The count not broken. Brody back inside the ring. Hulk Hogan laid out center ring, face down. He is in trouble. Brody misses the stomp. Hogan quickly back up. There's a clothesline that misses the mark. Bruiser Brody gets a hold on Hulkster, smashes his head into the far left turnbuckle, rounds him up into a front cradle, has him up over the shoulder, lines him up. Oh, damn. Headbutt and a kick to the back off the top rope. Here's a cover from Brody. 1, 2. I told you, Bruiser Brody can't use a chair or anything else. He's going to use whatever he's got. And he sure is. Bruiser Brody whips Hogan back into the corner again. Hogan counters with an elbow. Locks it up with Bruiser Brody. Brody lined up against the ropes by the Hulkster. And the Hulkster rounds Brody up. Back suplex. Center ring. The Hulkster covers. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Shut up. Bruiser Brody kicked the hell on out of that one. An elbow right to the top of the head from Hulk Hogan to Bruiser Brody. Brody slams face first into the canvas again by the Hulkster. The Immortal One. Done playing around here. He rounds Brody up. Brody up over the shoulder, fireman's carry. Deposited head first, snake eyes into the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Look at this retaliation time. A blatant chokey from the Hulkster, who usually doesn't play in that territory. Brody crawls out toward center. The Hulkster covers, hooks the leg. Here's the ref. 1. No. Just a 1. Brody is, man, he's just hanging on. The Hulkster has him up. There's the scoop slam. The rebound off the ropes. There's the leg drop. Hulk Hogan covers, hooks the leg. Here's the ref. 1, 2, 3. That is gonna do it. Hulk Hogan picks up the win over Bruiser Brody by pinfall. Let's go get the official time from Buck Morton.
The time, precisely 6 minutes. Your winner by pinfall, Hulk Hogan.
Yes, sir, the Hulkster gets a lot of hate from a lot of different circles, but you know what? In a moment like the one he's having right now, none of that stuff matters. The Hulkster picking up an impressive pinfall win over Bruiser Brody. Almost looked like it wasn't going to happen for him too, but as usual, Hulk Hogan finds a way to battle back and pick up a win. It all seems lost. The Babe Ruth of professional wrestling, as you described him, Wally. Yeah, that's definitely, that fits. The big-time win for Hulk Hogan. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back with more. A ladies tag team match you are not going to believe. Double snoo, double the fun. As the Japanese giantess Yuri Yamashita joins forces with Dione the Titaness, the Italian Testarossa, in a ladies tag team match. With them as partners, stick around. It is going to be insane. We'll be right back with more RWL Sn Rl right after this. In the meantime, let's enjoy Hulk Hogan receiving his flowers here, man. Wow. RWL Wrestling fans, immediately following Snarl will be RWL Championship Wrestling, a 4-match card. Tony Atlas facing Rick Boogs in single competition. The Great Muta battling the Gothic grappler Eason Valak. In Extreme Rules competition, the Urban Gladiator battling Ballarat Jack Jones. And the Japan 5-Star Women's World Championship in a fatal 4-way in the main event. All of that happening this Friday, starting June 6th. Shoutouts to Dandy Don Hickson for that. Up next, ladies tags, Asuka and Io Sky in a special appearance tonight, facing Dione the Titaness and the Japanese giantess Yuri Yamashita.
The following special ladies tag team contest, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, by special arrangement with Japan 5-Star Wrestling, the team of Io Sky and Asuka. A super rare treat, a match that could only happen during the Japan tour. Asuka and Io have been burning it up elsewhere as a team. and to see them here tonight against the never-before-seen pair of Dione and Yuri Yamashita. I mean, come on, that's one you're not gonna see anywhere else but here. That being said, as great as Asuka and Io have performed against these two Amazons, they're not gonna have an easy time in this match. Kinda favors Dione and Yuri, really.
Especially if it runs long, Dione is so well-conditioned. She's like the Energizer Bunny of destruction. It's gonna take Asuka and Io just about forever to wear down the Italian Testarossa. I'm naturally favoring Dione and Yuri, but you can't deny that Asuka has been unstoppable in every appearance she's made during this tour. Maybe that goes for tag team, as well as singles matches. But they are gonna have to stay fast and out of the grip of the two Amazonians.
Fair assessment, Wally. GB. One would just have to see how it happens, but I think there's going to be some double death by snoo here.
Their opponents from San Francisco, California, residing in Tokyo, the Japanese giantess, Yuri Yamashita, and from Milan, Italy, the Rwl Women's International Champion, Dione the Titan.
Dione at about 6'5", Yuri Yamashita at just about 6'2". 200 pounds on Yuri, 265 pounds on Dione. That is a scary women's tag team. Against Io Sky and Asuka, they do have a tall order ahead of them. Madam Snoo, the women's international champion, and Yuri Yamashita, former Japan 5-star women's champion. That's a formidable pair for anybody. It'll be a great matchup between Io Sky and Asuka and these two. Looking forward to it. Oh, snoo time. Well, here's one we don't see too often. It'll be Asuka and Dione the Titan is starting things off. Whoa. This is going to be a little bit different. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. They come center in. Dione with a right, a left. And a massive headbutt to Asuka takes her down. Dione rounds up Asuka, whips her to her team's corner. And two big redheads in the front. That's kind of scary. Asuka slammed into her corner posts. Turns her around and does it again, this time on the other side. Asuka weaving like the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz. There's a shot to the midsection from Dione. Double choke lift. Asuka with a gouge of the eyes to Big Red. Asuka slammed hard into the corner by Dione. Here comes Yuri Yamashita, the Japanese giantess. A double team coming up for Asuka. Here we go, double axe handle right across the back. As Yuri Yamashita takes over for the Amazonians. Whoa, a little bit of athleticism there from the Japanese giantess. A leg snap to Asuka. Man, Asuka's in trouble right away. Here's a pin. Oh. Just the one, says Walt Rothburn. Asuka looking a little bit frustrated right about now. Yuri whips her back into the opposing team's corner. Here comes Dione again. A lot of these two ladies. Love the shoulder tackles. Dione takes over this team. Working pretty efficiently. Asuka counters with a kick, gets back up on her feet. Gives Dione a stomp. Look at this. Winds up. Whoa! Oh, man, that looks painful. Asuka got her stretched out. Stomps it. Oh, man. That was a nasty way to do it. And here comes Io Sky. She moves in on Dione. Dione up against the ropes. A snapmare from Io. A whip from... Oh, will step over. That was... Man, that kick can fly. Kick to the face to Dione. Io Sky. Whips her down to the canvas. Oof. Snaps both legs with one move. Yes, sir. These two ladies, no joke. Dione whip to the ropes, a drop kick to the knee. Sends Dione spinning ass over tea kettle. A drop kick to the back from Io Sky. Io rounds her up, knee right to the head of Dione. Dione back up on her feet. Oh man, wheelbarrow roll, double boot stomp to the... Man. Yuri Yamashita just came in on the tag. Goes behind on Io Sky. Has her up, back suplex. The Japanese giantess with a hard right spins Io around into a headlock punch. The former Japan 5-star women's champion going to work on Io Sky as the Italian Testarossa looks on. What a tag team these two are, huh? Okay. Ooh, what a sweet uppercut from Io Sky. Asuka brought in on the tag. Yuri Yamashita catches the set of shots and slammed down hard by Asuka. Well, it seems like the size of the two Amazonians isn't making much of a difference. Asuka and Io Sky who are handling them pretty effectively. Here's a cover. 1, 2. A 2 count. Gotta be impressed with that. Asuka catches a knee from Dione on the outside. Asuka with a shoulder to Dione puts her on the outside. Yuri Yamashita back up on her feet on the outside, who comes back inside. Io Sky brought in on the tag. A kick from Io. Yuri taking down another double boot stomp from Io Sky. Oh, okay. Gotta be impressed with these two. Beautiful Hurricane Rana to Yuri from Io Sky. Man. Putting the boots to the face of the Japanese giantess. Asuka brought in on the tag. Yuri back up on her feet, charges. Ooh! Wicked spinning neck breaker. A cover from Yamashita. 1, 2. Oh, damn close. Io Sky tried to break it up. Asuka got out of the pin herself. Real close call on that one. Yuri whips Asuka to her team's corner. Dione brought in on the tag. The Amazonians working real well together. Whip to the rope, double shoulder tackle. The Italian Testarossa takes over. Dione putting that 265 pounds right into that boot across the back of Asuka. Follows it up with the stomp. Dione rounds Asuka back up. The Titaness whips Asuka back to her team's corner. Ooh, quick counter from Asuka. Dione caught off guard here. Look at this. Whoa! Nasty way to stretch the arm across the top rope. That, oh man, that looks painful. Yuri Yamashita gets caught from behind by Asuka on the outside. Reverse Russian leg sweep slammed into the floor. Now she's going after Dione. Dione with a kick to the midsection. Asuka rounded up and slammed face first into the floor. The referee counting. Oh. Dione rounds her up again. Another. Man, Madam Snoo Snoo's on fire here on the outside as the referee continues to count. Yes, sir. Big Red. Do not play around with Dione the Titaness. Io Sky catching it from Dione now on the other side of the ring as Yuri Yamashita slams Asuka face first into the floor. The referee's count continues. Dione on the other side goes after Io Sky. A full Nelson slam right onto the floor from Dione the Titaness. Dione makes her way back inside. Asuka rounded up center ring by Dione. And a powerbomb from the Italian Testarossa. And here comes Yuri Yamashita. Oh man. Well, the big girls have regained the advantage here. Asuka whip to the opposing team's corner. Running splash from Yuri. A stomp to the midsection. Asuka counters, gets back up on her feet. Locks it up with Yuri Yamashita. Set of knees to the midsection. Down goes Yuri. Asuka makes it to her corner. Tags in Io Sky. Io with a kick to Yuri. Yuri rolls around but still gets caught up in the collar and elbow. Whip to the far right corner. An elbow from Yamashita. She locks it up with Io Sky and drives the knee across the lower back. Hard kick to the back from Yuri Yamashita. Dione the Titaness brought in on the tag. Io Sky back to a standing position. A wheelbarrow roll, another double boot stomp to the midsection of Dione. A cheap shot from Yuri. A counter elbow from Io. A counter from Dione. The countering going on here. Try for the bear hug, no good. Io Sky into that one. A set of shots and a DDT. Takes the Italian Testarossa down. Shut up. Look at this. I'm not used to seeing Dione like this. Now, these two, this team of Japanese superstars, just amazing. Io Sky up on the top. Crashes and burns on the high-risk maneuver. That did not work out in her favor. Dione from behind. There's a shot to the back. Io Sky whipped to the opposing team's corner. Here comes Yuri Yamashita. Io Sky bounced off the middle rope. Dione rounds her up. Pitches her to Yuri. Yuri turns it up. Oh! Whoa! That was wicked. Yuri Yamashita rolls over. Io Sky covers. But Asuka right there to break it up. What a match this has been so far, man. Unbelievable. Terrific matchup. Io Sky back in the opposing team's corner. Up on the top turnbuckle, Yuri Yamashita. Ooh! Pitches her right out center ring. She did a flip. Beautiful Bruce Lee style flying kick from Yuri. But here comes Asuka. Asuka catches a kick, a left, a right. And a Hurricane Rana from Yuri. Very agile for her size. There's a knee to the head of Io Sky. A nice moonsault, too. Man. Yuri Yamashita perhaps sensing the end could be here. Take a spin kick. Io Sky taken down. Asuka taking the turnbuckle, exposing it to us. Oh, man. Look at this. Desperation maneuvers from Asuka and Io Sky. Yuri Yamashita whips Io to her team's corner. Here comes Dione again. Whipped off the middle rope one more time. We're going to see this one again. This one's nasty. Dione stretches her. Yuri delivers the kick. Dione gets her hold of Asuka. Knocks her up over the shoulder. The referee busy with the turnbuckle. Dione slammed into the canvas. Finally tighten his covers. Hooks the leg, but the referee occupado with that damn turnbuckle. Here comes Roll, but too late. Asuka gets the shoulder up. Oh, oof, wicked running boot to the face from Dione. The Italian Testarossa whips Asuka to her team's corner. A drop kick to Io Sky too. Asuka counters with an elbow, makes a run for it, comes off the rope, misses the drop kick and crashes. That's going to cost her Dione. Into a heel hook stretch on Asuka. Match just about halfway over and still no sign of progress. Dione rounds her up for the another nasty powerbomb to Asuka as Yuri Yamashita comes in and takes over for the Amazonians. Asuka tags in Io Sky. They lock it up center ring. Io whipped to the opposing team's corner, knee to the chest from Yuri Yamashita. Yuri putting the boot to the throat of Io Sky, and there's another to the chest. Io Sky rolls out to about center. An arm bar stretch from Yuri Yamashita. Yuri gathers up Io Sky again. Flips her to the corner. Here comes Dione one more time. Oh, man. Hard punch to the ribs as Dione takes over. Hard shot to the back of the head. The tightness rounds her up for a crushing bear hug. That's the only way Dione does it, crushing. Io Sky in big trouble here. The referee keeping an eye on things. Dione releases the hold. She's had the wind knocked out of her for sure. Okay. Ooh. That's a big and painful leg drop to Io Sky. As Yuri Yamashita comes in again. Io Sky laid out. A stomp to the midsection. Yuri with a stomp to the shoulder of Io Sky. Man, something's got to give soon. Io Sky rounded up by Yuri Yamashita, whipped to the corner. Hard kick to the ribs. Io Sky comes first out of the corner. Nice counter. A shot to the back of Yuri. Yuri whipped to the far right corner. Yuri Yamashita rounded up by Io Sky. Little bit of a tarantula stretch on the ropes. Now that is nasty. Io Sky trying to get some payback here any way she can do it, and that was pretty clever. Yuri goes right back into the corner again, seated up on the top turnbuckle of the Japanese giantess. Looks like she might be going for a ride. There's a hard shot from Io Sky, who joins her up on the top turnbuckle. Ooh, this is going to be gruesome. Definitely painful how this maneuver. Yuri Yamashita in a heap of pain. Man, she just passed out from that one. And Asuka has brought in on the tag. Asuka drags Yuri towards center, and she has not moved. Quickly back up. Asuka quickly takes her back down again. Asuka goes for the pin here. 1, 2. Quick closer, and just like that, this one is all over. Asuka and Io Sky picking up an upset win for sure.
The time, 13 minutes and 22 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Io Sky and Asuka.
Well, sir, don't that just beat all? Everybody figured it was going to be Dion and Yuri Yamashita picking up the win. But look at this. Talk about an upset win. Unlikely underdogs. Asuka and Io Sky. Again, Asuka has been performing admirably. Hasn't lost one this whole thing. And, well, this tag team match was no exception. Our main event, the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship on the line. When we come back. And finally, in tonight's main event, the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship up on the block for the first time ever. The ninth wonder of the world, China, facing Brenda Blair for the vacant JGM Memorial Championship, winner take all.
Tonight's Snarl main event, one fall, with a 20-minute time limit, is for the WL Joyce Grable Memorial Championship. Introducing first, from Redondo Beach, California, she is the ninth wonder of the world, China.
Oh, quick show of hands. Who here hates that entrance? Don't see a single hand going up. The ninth wonder of the world, China, with a massive, massive opportunity. And she's heavily favored to win this one. I mean, she is definitely qualified to hold the Joyce Grable title. If anybody is, probably more so than Brenda Blair. But Brenda Blair has earned her stripes winning all those titles over that short span of time. And, well, the fans are just crazy about her, too, so there's the thing. Well, will it be China or will it be Brenda? I guess we'll find out in just a little bit.
And her opponent from San Jose, California, here is Brenda Blair. For the battle, it's been to reach this moment between these two opponents. Danielle Heathcote retires, thus vacating her two remaining championships, and now, by all reports, the Japan 5-star women's belt is staying here in Japan. The Snarl women's title rests with Showbiz and the Sectarians, leaving just the Joyce Grable Memorial title to be decided.
Yes, sir, all that. Leading up to those two ladies' triple threat matchups, with China defeating Sherry Martel and Brenda getting a win over newcomer Thea Hale. And now, one of them will become the second ever holder of the JGM title. And I can't choose one or the other, cause they're both equally and eminently qualified to hold that belt.
Well, sir, one of these girls is going back the second ever Joyce Grable Memorial Women's Champion. Will it be the ninth wonder of the world, China, or will it be Brenda Blair, the upstart? Well, remains to be seen, and we'll know in a few minutes who it's going to be. As referee Walt Rothburn sounds the bell, they come center ring. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Brenda Blair gets a hold on China, whips her to the far left corner. Running knee takes China down. Just about center. Brenda quickly going for a pin. One. But that trick never works. Oh, man. Brenda Blair raking the forearm across the eyes of the ninth wonder of the world. There's an elbow on top of the dome for good measure. A double boot scraped to both sides of the face. Brenda Blair pulling out the heavy artillery early, putting the boots to China. Brenda Blair. Ooh, what a nasty flip and a driving knee into the face. Down goes China, center ring. Brenda Blair takes herself all the way up to the top. Here we go, diving leg drop right across. She caught some hang time on that sucker. Oh, okay. Right back to putting the boots to China, keeping her down on the mat, keeping her off her vertical base, which is a good strategy. China slams Brenda down to the canvas instead, delivers a stomp to the leg, follows that up with a second one. The ninth wonder of the world shoved back down by Brenda Blair. A little bit of bitty bomb there from Brenda. Brenda setting China up over here. Windsor knot. Turns her over. China stuck in the Windsor knot, and there's the kick right to the tailbone from Brenda Blair. Oh, man. China not mounting a whole lot of offense here as Brenda starts stamping her hands and fingers. It's getting nasty. Brenda Blair, all the way up on the top turnbuckle, changes her mind. Probably a good idea. The distance looked pretty far. Oh, Brenda Blair with a right gets a hold on China. Snap suplex. Again, the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship hanging in the balance here. As Brenda drops the elbow this time instead of the leg. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, but no. China getting the left shoulder up just in time. Well, gotta admit, Brenda Blair is championship material. And then so's the ninth wonder of the world, China. Definitely worthy of the Joyce Grable Memorial Championship. Some people will say that Brenda Blair isn't worthy, but she has proven herself. She's held like 3-4 championships in a couple of months' time. Brenda Blair stretching the leg up China, just about center ring. Brenda gathers China up. There's a chop, there's a kick, there's another kick, and a hurricane runner. China rolls to the outside onto the floor. Brenda Blair slides out right after her. There's a couple of stomps from Brenda to the ninth wonder of the world, who is in big time trouble at this point. And oh man, slammed headfirst into the lip of the apron, right into the LED. Oh man, Brenda Blair determined to walk out of here with that Joyce Grable Memorial Championship. The second woman ever to hold it after Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. China catches a kick to the midsection. The referee continuing to count. Look at this. Spinning crucifix powerbomb. Sit out on the floor. China, her back has got to be wrecked after all of that stuff. Man. China finally rolled back inside the ring by Brenda Blair. Brenda off the top, flying crossbody across the back of the ninth wonder of the world, China. Brenda taunting China. Damn. Off the ropes, flying elbow. Nicely done, too. Brenda recovers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. But again, no, just another near fall. China kicking out of the pin. Brenda takes herself to the top one more time. Another aerial move, another elbow across the chest of the ninth wonder of the world. China catches a double boot scrape to the sides of the face. And she has literally just been on. Brenda Blair running absolutely roughshod on China in this JGM title matchup. Brenda Blair gets a hold on China again and scorches her to the far right corner, smashes her head into the turnbuckle. Wicked shot to the ribs. There's a knee. There's another. There's a third. And, oh, damn, bit her. China just bit. Her scalp just got bitten. Brenda Blair sitting there dancing about. Man, She can be a wicked one. She sets her mind to it. China takes her down with a leg sweep. Trying to put out the fire here, get a rally going at long last. There's a neck breaker from China. Brenda rolls to the outside. China, caught from behind by Brenda Blair. There's a rake of the back from Brenda. Brenda gets a hold of China. Has her up, scoop slams her on the outside. Referee Rwl Burn counting. Brenda Blair misses the stomp. China catches her with a clothesline, takes her down to the floor. China drives Brenda Blair towards the barricades, makes her own way back inside the ring. Brenda Blair back up on her feet. Both ladies pacing back and forth, both inside and outside, like caged tigers. China comes to the outside, shoulder tackle, takes Brenda Blair down. Brenda counters with both boots, quickly back up on her feet. Locks it up with China. China whipped towards the barricades. There's a knee right to the head of China. Brenda Blair playing all kinds of games, but this is not the time or the place. China in trouble. She needs to keep her that way if she wants to win. There's a rake of the back from Brenda. Makes her way back inside the ring. China back on her feet and back inside. Here we go. Ooh, little Tez press and a set of hard right hands to the head of China from Brenda Blair. Damn. China's just been absolutely manhandled here. Oof. Wicked elbow to China. Brenda Blair taunting her again. Unbelievable. Brenda Blair comes running off the ropes. There's a rebound and misses the elbow. China sidestepped her. Ninth wonder of the world steps to the outside. Comes on back in for a reset. Brenda misses the clothesline. There we go. There's the pedigree. That's probably going to be the wrap right there. China, too wiped out to make the pin after the beating she's taken. Can't really say I'm surprised. But she does make the pin. She covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. That close to a new champion, but no dice. Brenda Blair powers out of the pin. Brenda slammed down to the canvas by the hair by China. China biding her time. There's a stomp to the midsection of Brenda Blair in the corner. There's a boot to the throat of Brenda from China. Brenda rolls out towards center ring. And China finally looking like she might have a chance to win this thing. China back in the ring, locks it up with Brenda Blair. Hard whip to the ropes. Here comes Brenda. A duck under, a leapfrog from China. A perfect power slam center ring. A cover and a hook of the leg here. 1. Oh, man. Brenda Blair says, nope, I'm not going out like that. Oh, man, shut up. Woo! Wicked DDT to Brenda Blair from China. There's an overhand right. The ninth wonder of the world pressing the attack here. An abdominal stretch to Brenda Blair. Brenda counters with shots to China into a head scissors and boom, drops her right on the top of her head. Brenda Blair gets a hold of China again. Has her up and nice long vertical suplex from Brenda Blair. China's laid out. Now might be the time to think about a pin. Brenda Blair misses the knee. China rolls out of the way. That might have been a fatal mistake for Brenda. China gets a hold on her. Brenda Blair counters with elbows to the midsection of China into a sleeper hold. Well, this might turn into one. Too close to the ropes. The ref calls for the break. Brenda with a running boot to the face. And Brenda Blair playing with her food, toying with her prey. Not a good idea with China. Brenda Blair moves in. There's a kick to the midsection. She's got her up into that crucifix sit-out powerbomb again. There's the spin. There's the slam. There's the cover. 1, 2. I think that is going to settle it. Our second ever JGM Women's Champion is Brenda Blair.
The time was 9 minutes and 12 seconds. Your winner by pinfall and the new Joyce Grable Memorial Champion, Brenda Blair.
Only the second woman in 2 years to have that championship. Brenda Blair beating out China, who was the heavy favorite to become the second ever Joyce Grable Memorial Champion. Just wow. Calling me so surprised. Well, guys, I think we all know what that... Oh, man. Oh, who didn't see this coming, huh?
Well, I guess this kinda had to happen, you guys. Danielle Heathcote is back, but she's starting from the ground up again after 2 years. And she's been saving the Memphis Million briefcase for a rainy day. And brother, it started raining a month ago. While the match certainly ain't happening tonight, it's gotta stick in Brenda Blair's craw. The woman hasn't been champion less than 30 seconds. And here's Liberty Bell with that briefcase. She's gotta be so P.O.
I can't imagine. Oh, Brenda Blair's got to be so listen to this crowd too. Just, well, Danielle Heathcote is definitely back. Oh man, would you look at Brenda Blair? She cannot believe it. Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote comes in here and basically stops the wedding. Whoa. Some heated words between Brenda and Danielle. This is going to be the start of something insane, you guys. Well, right back into once more onto the breach, dear friends. Guys, we'll be back in just a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has certainly been an evening, has it not? Well, Wally, I hope you enjoyed your birthday, because it was definitely one of a kind. Oh, folks, this Japan tour has been spectacular. We want to thank Shiro Torihata and all the nice folks here at Japan Crossfire Wrestling for making it a wonderful stay. We've got just one more card coming up right after this, and the RWL Championship Wrestling is going to be a 1-hour card. You're going to want to stick around for that. Wally has taken it on the lam, so I'm going to close it out tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that takes care of this week's RWL Sn Rl. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for supporting us. And coming up next, immediately following this, going to be RWL Championship Wrestling. A great card on hand coming up, and we'll be back with our next RWL Sn Rl on June the 6th, this Saturday. So be sure to join us then. For everybody here, Hangman takes lunch, saying, on behalf of Wally Cardell, thanks, good night, and be safe.